Donc, on est dans le kiosque de nVidia avec notre ami Juan Salvo, qui, en fait, est un coloriste émérite de New York. On va discuter avec lui un peu d'un setup 4K pour faire du Resolve avec des cartes nVidia dans un châssis Cubix. So, Juan, we're here in front of the Resolve setup in the nVidia booth. And tell me about how it's set up and what we can do with that kind of setup.
So what we're really trying to demo is what you're able to do with the Mac Pro, which, you know, the Mac Pro really, in Resolve, you just tremendously benefit from GPU acceleration. We're able to keep updating GPU cards as new cards come out and get faster and faster performance. So when Resolve first came on the market, we were doing like GTX 285s or Quadros, and you were getting X amount of performance. As faster cards came out, we're getting more and more performance and able to do more and more stuff. So in this case, we're demoing 3 GTX 680s running in a Cubix expansion chassis. We've got a Quadro 5000, K5000 for the Mac as the GUI monitor, but we could use Quadro 4000, we could use any of the approved graphics cards. But the heavy processing is being done by the GTX cards in this case.
And we're talking about like a Mac Pro 2010 in there.
Yeah, it's a Mac Pro 2010, 12 core.
You're about like running 50% CPUs. While playing back 4K.
100%, you know, playing back 100%, doing live debayer in full quality debayer, high quality debayer of 4K material, adding grades, doing qualifiers, we're doing blurs, we're doing, you know, tracking on shots. Let's pull up, so on this shot, we've got a qualifier on her eyes, and we're doing a little tracking, we're just boosting the blue in the eyes, and we're doing this full res 4K real time right out to monitor. And it's full, it's raw, which means, for example, if you overexpose your shot in the raw material, everything's right there. It comes right back.
That's pretty impressive. And that being said, I mean, we've been hearing about 4K for quite a while now. 3D kind of died, well, for television at least. And in terms of 4K, this seems to be really picking up this year. I mean, have you been working on HD footage lately?
Yeah, I have. Well, you can. I mean, Alexa, you know, you still get HD footage. I think the advantage of 4K is that unlike 3D, it's sort of downward compatible. So you're able to acquire in 4K, master in 4K, work in 4K, but deliver HD, which is really viable now with performance like this. You know, going forward, I think you're going to see kind of the UHD spec sort of develop. This is a UHD monitor, so it's actually not full, you know, DCI 4K. It's UHD 4K. So you'll see that kind of develop, and I think you'll see a lot more interest in it. I mean, lately, I have to say, most of my work has been 4K. But you know what? We've been talking about it for a while. We've been playing with 4K acquisition for a while, but we haven't been able to get the performance and have the full kind of workflow that we're getting now, where we can go end-to-end 4K and have something that's viable.
And do you think that right now we're getting to the point where the 4K workflow is pretty much the same price or the same complexity as the HD workflow?
Well, I mean, you've got a 4K camera from Blackmagic for $4,000, right? With a really viable workflow. You've got an insanely wonderful camera from Sony. You know, you've got the F5, that's really reasonably priced. You got the 55. You have XAVC if you want to do compressed. You know, we spent a lot of time actually playing with the 55. We did a couple of shorts and we shot some stuff. And I would say I would wholeheartedly recommend it for a lot of my clients, for documentary clients. If you're trying to do a doc, doing XAVC on the 55 and having that 4K resolution is going to be great. It means you can repo your shots a little bit if you need to. It means you can master the 4K for a theatrical release if you want to go that way. It just gives you a lot of options. And on top of that, you have the nice resolution for, you know, for everything else you want to deliver.
Well, that's pretty awesome, Juan. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
And,
my pleasure.
Yeah, see you probably next year, maybe with 8K.
Yeah, that's right. We'll do 8K and then 16K the year after that. Thank you.